Hey, hi. I'm Mona. This is Chit Chat. So, like, if you guys watched the previous video, I was talking about how I saw a lot of dieting commercials and for pills and for schedules and for this and for that, only a payment of this. And so I'm just telling you, I'm not a professional dietitian, even though I have taken courses in dietary. Okay. But it's nothing like that. Okay, I'm just going to tell you how I was able to lose a substantial amount of weight. Now, I'm not skinny, and you see I have the jigglies there. There's nothing that you can do about the loose skin. Okay, you just have to deal, unless you go to Sono Bello, right? And have it removed or whatever, because they have that, if you're into that. Me, I'm not, I figure I just got to deal with what God gave me and just be happy with what I have. Nobody's perfect. I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm not definitely perfect. Definitely not. But, at least my health is good. Okay? um I will say something before. What happened was many years ago I was vegetarian, you know? And I lost a lot of weight really quickly when I turned vegetarian. Okay. I think I lost in the first month like 20 pounds. Yeah. After that, it was difficult because I wasn't really exercising and I was still eating fast foods and eating whatever, but just not meat, right? The problem with that is my cholesterol went up. It went up real high because because cheese and dairy and all that stuff can cause high cholesterol. It did in my body. I don't know if everybody's the same, but there's a lot of cholesterol in those things, in eggs, in milk, and dairy. Okay. Um, I ended up finding out that my cholesterol was high, and so I had to figure other things to do. I had to kind of cut out the egg and the cheese and dairy, is basically what I did. Anyways, I was that way for 5 years. It was really hard to keep the cholesterol down because I was having a hard time finding things to eat, because I like to eat. Okay. I ended up going back to normal, okay, eating meat. When I, before, when I was on drugs, my weight was down because I was on drugs. I wasn't eating. That's not a good way to lose weight. All right. Pills and drugs is no good for you. All right. That's what I feel. If you think otherwise, and I don't know what to tell you. Okay. I'm trying to think on a more healthier scale here. I also remember that I wasn't really caring about what I ate. I didn't really love myself. My life was going downhill. I was depressed. Um, I was being, mentally abused and financially abused. Just all kind of traumas were happening during certain times of my life, and I didn't do anything about it. I just let it go. I let my body go. I was doing the drugs because I didn't love myself. I didn't care. It was like so many bad things were happening to me. I was just like, I just wanted it all to end, you know. Until one day I realized, no, I don't want that. All right. After a certain time, me, myself, I'm the type of person like I get fed up with stuff. And when I'm fed up, I'm really fed up and I just stop. I have a good willpower like that. Okay. Um, Even like with the drugs, like I was fed up doing drugs. I just stopped doing it. I was like, I'm done with this. Um, but when that happened, when I decided to get off like the hard stuff, what I thought was hard stuff, anyways, um, I replaced it with food. And so when I moved to Missouri, I just was eating. I was eating a lot of food and I was smoking weed. This is not good for losing weight, okay? It's really not. But I was eating a lot. I got up to like 200 pounds. I was a big girl. And I'm short. I'm like 5'3". So that's a lot of weight. But at the time, I really didn't care because I wasn't doing the drugs anymore, the hard drugs. And then eventually the pot stopped because it was illegal over there to have it, and I didn't want to get in trouble. So when it was gone, and that was it. For a little while anyways. But so for a long time there, I was just eating. I was eating a lot of food. I never really liked alcohol that much, so I was never really a drinker. So I was just eating, and I was just getting fatter and fatter and fatter. I wasn't exercising. I wasn't doing anything, good for my health. But I knew in my mind I was not doing those drugs anymore, and that made me feel better, okay? During that time, I got a little more self-love for myself, right? And when I felt good from not doing that stuff, when I started feeling good again, then I was like, you know what? I'm tired of being heavy like this. My clothes, I was having problems with the clothes and all that stuff. And so I decided I'm gonna start just going on some nature walks. So I was doing that. That I wasn't really too motivated too much to do that. You know what I mean? Like I was like, oh, it's time to go for a walk, but I wasn't really motivated, so I didn't do it daily. I did it like once in a while. It was really not doing anything for me. And then I decided, okay, gotta start eating less. So I started eating less. But I was still eating the fast foods because I had cravings for that stuff. Fast food has a lot of sodium. There's an addiction to fast food too. That's why people keep going back for it, because it tastes so good. It has a lot of salt and it's got a lot of fat, and and that's what I was, so that wasn't really working out for me either. The starting thing that helped me to think more about my health was I got Brian. Okay, got him a little puppy, and he needed to go on walks. We didn't take long walks. We just did little walks in the beginning because he was tiny. But when he started getting a good size, we started going on some pretty heavy duty walks. We were going to big parks, walking around there and going everywhere. And that helped with, getting more physical in my life, right? So it helped with that. And then I started watching what I was eating, but I was still doing the fast food. I'm telling you, fast food is a detriment to people. I decided one day I'm not going to eat fast food anymore. Okay. Also, I was drinking a lot of soda. When I stopped drinking soda now, that was another thing. Okay. Because I like to drink soda. I like the Dr. Pepper and Diet Coke, whatever soda. But one day I was like, I'm going to stop drinking soda because it's not good for you. Because I didn't care what it was. It could be diet, could be regular, whatever. There's a lot of sugar in soda. Okay, sugar is so bad. I was never really into that, but I was having a lot of it from the soda. So I decided I'm going to stop drinking soda. After 20 pounds gone after 1 month. When I cut out all that soda and all that sugar, 20 pounds was gone. Yeah, I was like, whoa, if you can cut out certain things from your life, like soda or fast food, trust me, you're going to lose weight. You're going to lose, and you're going to be shocked by it. You're going to be like, oh my goodness. Like that stuff was really harming my body. When I decided to leave Missouri and the trailer was ready, I lost a lot of weight building the trailer. Because I was so into it that I took my mind off of snacking and eating and all that stuff. So I got into something that got my mind off of eating, which was building that trailer. So for a year there, my weight was going down, but not much. Not much. It was going down a little bit. But, your body will get used to your activities. Like say you work somewhere. Say you're on your feet all day and you work 40 hours a week. Your body's going to get used to that movement. Your body's just going to get used to it. So then you got to watch what you eat, and then you got to add more activity to your day. So, I'm just saying that for people who are working, who are on their feet all day. If you're sitting all day, for sure, your weight is not going to do anything. Sure, there's exercises you can do behind the desk, but you need more than that, especially if you're eating fast foods and snacking. Sitting at desks tend to make people want to snack. So anyways, my weight went down a little bit and I was able to keep it steady for a little bit. I couldn't lose any more because I was already walking Brian. I was building the trailer. My body got used to doing all that stuff because I was doing it daily. So, and I was still, snacking on the fast food because I was craving McDonald's double McDoubles and all those things. And, but once I left with the trailer to go on the road, I stopped eating the fast food. I started cooking things for myself. And I stopped going to fast food places. I started cooking my own foods wherever I was camped at. And that helped a lot. When I got off the fast food, the weight started going down. And because I was out in nature and all this stuff, and I wasn't building and doing things anymore like that, I had to fill in more of my time with more dog walks. So that's what I did. We went on more dog walks. It turned from one walk a day in where we used to live in Missouri to like 3 or 4 walks a day. And some of the walks were like hikes. And the hikes are different everywhere you go. So every day I had some sort of different activity and intensity of exercise. So even now, the intensities are different. We may go on longer walks. We may go on different walks, hike on different trails. So it's always different. But what's good is the weight was going down, and it was probably because I was cooking my own foods and just different walks all the time. Walking is good for you. Walking is good for the body. Hiking is good for you. If you can add in some little sit-ups here and there and other types of things, that's good for you too. I was able to, I gained, I think about 20 to 40 pounds when I was visiting with my sister, but I wasn't exercising that much. We walked around the little trailer area park place where she lived, and we didn't do much. And then I kind of sat around with my sister and we ate, and then Starbucks, and I was just doing all the bad stuff, eating all the bad things and drinking all the bad stuff. And the weight just skyrocketed. And I was only there for a couple days. Yeah, I was only there for a couple days, but I overdid it. I don't know what happened. And because I was doing that, I was feeling lazy from the food. Even though my weight went up, I was feeling lazy from the food. The walks became less. Even after I left, I felt less motivated. And then when I put the belt on, I was like, oh no. I was like, this weight's got to come off. Because I realized that my belt that I was wearing, I was at like the second hole. And I was like, how? It happened though. It did. And my back was hurting. So now the motivation for my weight loss, it's not 100% completely like, I want to be fit. And it's because I have a back problem. And a lot of people out there, they say they got back problems and it's hard for them to do this and it's hard for them to do that. Yeah, I have a very bad back problem. I could feel it in my back when I gain weight. And my back was in so much pain every single day. I said, I can't handle this anymore. And I don't take ibuprofens or nothing. I just have the pain and I just, so I just started walking more. That was my motivation to get the weight off, because when the weight comes off, the back doesn't hurt. Like right now, my back hurts a little bit, but not much. Not like it was. It was terrible before. But now it's not that bad. And it's because I dropped the weight. Okay. I only eat twice a day. I have a nice hearty breakfast, but I'm taking these dogs on like 3 and 4 walks a day. I eat a hearty breakfast around 9 or 10 o'clock. because it takes me time to make it, whatever, right? And then we go for walks. And then I do things around here, go for another walk, do some more things around, go another walk. It's like that, like I do things in between. But I don't snack. I don't snack. I don't eat very many sweets. Once in a while, I will splurge and I'll get me a little bag of treats, like a powdered donut holes or something. It will take me a while to eat that. Like I have bought some chocolate, and I think the last time I dipped into that was like 2 weeks ago. It doesn't go bad, I don't think, just a little Hershey Kisses. I have a whole bag of those, but I'll only do it when I feel like I have a sweet tooth. I'm really not a sweet tooth person. So if you are a person who have a sweet tooth, that's something you have to try to control. That's an addiction. Sugar is an addiction. So if you can try to get off the sugar, even if you don't smoke pot or you don't do any drugs, sugar and eating can be an addiction. So you got to watch out for that stuff too. You have to be like fed up. You want to not do it anymore. Sure, you can have a little treat here and there. There's nothing wrong with that. But not a daily thing. Don't make it a daily thing. I've even turned away from sugar stuff. I have sugar here I can put in my coffee, but you know what? I have Sweet and Low. I know Sweet and Low is not good for you. The pink stuff is not good for you. Saccharin is not good. But you know what? It helped me get away from the craving of the sugar, and my health is good. I had blood work done a little bit ago. My health is good. Everything is okay. But, when it comes to weight loss, the number one thing that you got to stay away from is sugar. You have enough sugar in all of the foods you eat. If you like bread and tortillas and things like that, there's sugar already in there. Okay? Some of these sauces that we use, ketchup, has sugar in it. A lot of the things that we eat, that we buy from the store, condiments, whatever, has sugar in it. It's not like you're completely depriving your body of sugar. There is a balance there. But you're not eating it straight, like candy, chocolate, sweet drinks, soda. If you can cut those things out, you got enough sugar in things. Okay? Also, what else? What else do I do? So I don't eat a lot of sugar. Fruits are good. I don't eat it all the time, because fruits can have a lot of sugar too. But, I'll have a fruit a day. I have some raisins there that I'm looking at right now. I have a box of raisins there. I will, once in a while, if I feel like something sweet and it's morning time, I'll make pancakes and I'll throw some raisins on there. And then there's syrup. You put the syrup on, there's your sugar. But like, I don't eat that all the time because I don't crave it all the time because I'm not big on sugar. I'm more of a salty person. But I gotta watch that too because, too much salt and too much sugar is both bad. Everything is bad for you, unless it's done in, mediation. You don't need a lot of it, So I eat hearty meals in the morning, but I know that I'm gonna go on a lot of walks, but I don't really have lunch, right? Like I didn't eat lunch today because I didn't feel like it. I try to eat when I'm hungry, right? I know it's about dinner time. I'm kind of not hungry, but what I'll do is I will have, some vegetables. Even I make my own salad dressing. I like that Hidden Valley Ranch stuff. I make my own. I put in a jar and I make my own. I love that. It's my favorite kind of dressing. And I'll eat it with vegetables, some cucumber, some radishes or something like that. But today I'm going to splurge on something because when I went to the store, I felt like hot dogs. Like I feel like eating hot dogs today. Like I'm going to put it on my little grill and I'm going to have me some hot dogs. I'll probably eat 3 of them even. Like I like those, but I don't eat that stuff all the time. And I'll eat I'll eat a nice dinner, try to eat at a decent time. And then, but that's it. Sometimes once in a while, it took me a long time to curb that. I used to feel like I need something sweet after dinner. I don't really feel like that anymore. I don't. I have cookies in there, like animal cracker cookies. Those don't have a lot of sugar, but it's still carby. I'll have a couple cookies and maybe I'll dip it in some peanut butter or jelly and I'll eat a couple of those and that'll be enough. Because I haven't bought me any kind of sweet snacks or nothing, because I don't really, But the main thing here, I think, that helps with weight loss is if you can stay away from anything fast food. Anything. If you cook your own food, you know what's in there, you know what you're eating, it's better for you. You know, you can eat hot dogs, hamburgers, tacos, whatever you want, as long as you make it, and you can even eat till you're full. If you know that you're going to go out and get some exercise or whatever, and you're going to keep moving, it's okay. You know, like I eat big meals. Well, now I do, you know, my weight's down. But you know what though? If I know, like, if it's a rainy day, oh, see, we're already at 20. If it's a rainy day and I'm not going to get a lot of activity, I know in my mind I'm not going to eat that much. I'll have some oatmeal in the morning or something like that. But the main thing here, I think the best thing here for weight loss is for you to cook your own food. Cook your own food. Avoid any fast food places. Don't eat sweets, cookies, crackers, chips. All that stuff is bad for you. Don't eat that stuff. And I know it's hard to kick those habits because it's like right there in your face. Oh, those Cheetos. I love the Cheetos, but I don't buy it. I just tell myself, no, you don't need that. What do you need that for? You don't need that. To get used to snacking? No, I have pretzels there that I will dip in some sort of, you know, dip. I've had that bag of pretzels now for a couple days here. I haven't even touched it. I don't feel like it. It has salt on there, you know. I have to have a feeling for it. You know, like I've trained myself just to eat when I'm hungry. I don't really snack. If I do, it's fruits or vegetables. You know, once in a while, okay, I'm going to have some pretzel, but that's it. You know, stay away from the processed foods, right? Processed foods, so bad for you. That's where you have to have that willpower to stay away from the garbage. There's so much garbage out there. That's why it's so much better to cook your own food. Even the bread is not good. There's too much, you know, stuff, weird stuff in there. All kinds of stuff. All that processed food is, you know. So that right there, you know, is for free advice to stay away from stuff. Try and stay away from processed food. Avoid fast food at all costs. Avoid fast food. It's just not good for you. Don't eat that crap. It also makes you stink. You know, I think I mentioned it before. Like, all that fast food you eat, it comes out of your pores. And it makes you stink. It makes your skin stink. Your body stink. If you don't want to stink, stop eating that stuff. And you'll see, like, you won't be, you know, like everybody, the advertisement for the Lumi stuff, like, why y'all smell so bad? You know, it's probably because you're eating bad stuff. You're putting bad stuff in your body, you know? So I'm going to cut it right here because we're already at 23 minutes and the upload is difficult here. So, but that's all I have. That was just a little quick tips on what to avoid if you want to lose weight, you know, and it should help, you know, as long as you stick to it. And, you know, once you do lose weight and you get it down, keep it going. Don't be like, oh, okay, I lost the weight. I'm going to go back and eating this stuff again. Don't do that. You're just going to gain the weight back. Just continue with the regimen. And plus, especially if you've gotten used to eating like that, eating more healthier and better, you're going to be okay. Just stick to it. Just stay with it. Sure, treat yourself once in a while. It's okay. But don't make it a daily habit. Yeah. So this is Chit Chat. I don't know how effective it is. I just tell you what I do. But maybe it's going to work for somebody out there. You know, I'm not the professional on anything. I'm just letting you guys know what helped me and it worked for me. So maybe somebody out there, if you try it or do it, it's going to help you too. So I'm Mona. This is Chit Chat. And I'll talk to you next time. Bye.